do this.
Who is this week's
let's...
biggest pickle?
All right. So I wrote this as some San Diego Padres fan is who I wrote as the big pickle. However,
yeah,
Tommy Pham.
Tommy Pham.
It could go either way. It could be the
really
fan, or it could be Tommy Pham. Like, it could go either way here.
I wanted to be on Tommy Pham's side.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you dig deeper into the world of the internet, you realize that he is a borderline piece of shit. And I say this lightly. Now, for me, and I explain this to you, no matter how much money you spend at a sporting event for a ticket to sit as low as you can, that does not give you the right to be an asshole to the player. Now, a jab here and there in good fun.
Absolutely.
You know, in the first inning or his first at bat, maybe, you know, you could just give him a little jab. Be like, hey, good luck out there. Hope you don't strike out. In no way should you be calling him a piece of shit. Or,
so it was said that first it was a gentleman who called him a piece of shit, right? And apparently then it was everyone in that area, because the gentleman who was removed has season tickets.
Right.
And then it was said that it was a woman who had called him, a drunk woman was called him a piece of shit. But he was also fighting with the guy, but the guy didn't call him a piece of shit, but he was fighting with the guy and was yelling at the woman. So it's a whole lot of different things where we don't know exactly who he's yelling at, but the story doesn't line up. And even in his post-game interview, he's talking about a female.
Right.
So he's not it. So was it the guy who was calling you a piece of shit, or was it a drunk female spectator who had bought the tickets, who isn't a season ticket holder? And now Tommy Pham created a fight with the season ticket holder, who apparently wasn't even looking in the direction of Tommy Pham until Tommy Pham was then yelling at him.
Right.
And he's like, what the fuck? Like, what do you like? Why don't you just go strike out? Like, go strike out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Just get away from me. Like, also, to have a crazy fucking reaction like that, somewhere in your hearts of hearts, you know you're a piece of shit.
Obviously, there's some sort of like cancerous thing
right.
that he is in the locker room. And you're right. People don't blow up like that when you get called a piece of shit, unless you're a piece of shit and you know you're.
Unless I know that Tommy Pham throughout the league has taken a lot of shit and has heard a lot of shit, but his actions and like walking away from it and acting like a professional is what is continuing people to instigate with him.
He's got a history of being an asshole.
Yeah, and he has a history of anger issues on top of it. Right. So it's like, you know, I'm not surprised, but at the same point in time, you're not doing yourself a service.
Right. And also, I don't think any kind of punishment should happen to anybody. I don't think that the MLB should find or suspend Pham for any of this interaction. And I don't think they should take the season tickets away from the fan in San Diego. You know, leave it to you, the listener. Who's the biggest pickle here? Is it Tommy Pham or is it the fan? So write down in the comments of where this video is, or while you're listening to this episode, write in the comments. You know, who do you think? Pham or the fan?